Tonight on NFL Network, a preseason kickoff program with me and the rest of the NFL Game Day gang. And then after that is America's Game, recounting last year's championship season of the New England Patriots. Chris Evans, the actor, Mr. Captain America himself, is voicing that. He's the narrator of that. He'll be joining me at the top of hour 2 here on The Rich Eisen Show. But a man will be on the preseason kickoff special on NFL Network tonight with me. Right here in studio, I reach over and shake the hand of Marshall Faulk. How are you, sir?
I'm good, Rich. I'm good. How you doing, man?
Did you think waking up today that Spygate would be at the top of everybody's minds?
No. I was not prepared to come here and...
Neither. I was not prepared
I didn't even think we would be going backwards. I thought we had moved forward from Deflategate, and now...
We have not, sir. We have not.
Because now, should we call this 2, though? Should this be Spygate 2, or are we, like, because we're rehashing 1, right?
No, I mean, if I had to put, like, some sort of, because, again, Chris Evans is on later, some sort of, like, movie title to it, it would be The Return of Spygate.
Okay.
You know, Spygate
right.
2,
I like that.
The tape that never ends, I don't know.
Right. Like, we're still looking for that tape. It's
or if we really want to do, like, Spygate Electric Boogaloo, I don't know if we could do that.
Yeah, this feels like we're looking for the fulcrum. You know,
I like it.
You know,
or we could call it Straight Out of Bristol. We could call that story Straight Out of Bristol.
You know, they apologized, though.
Well, here's the thing, is that they said that they apologized about a report, the same thing that Boston Herald reported, and that that the Patriots hit directly out in a statement today that your Super Bowl, walkthrough was taped.
Right.
Now, I think what was established in this piece that there were Patriot people who were in the stands while you were walking.
Correct.
Through. And you believe that to be the case?
You know, Rich, it was a lot of calling out of stuff that we were doing that we hadn't done before. And when I explain this, and I try to get people, you know, like throughout the time when I was with Mike Martz, we always had new stuff going into games. And the new stuff that we had for the Patriots in that Super Bowl, it was identified and called out. And they kind of had a philosophy, let's just hit Marshall every time we can. But on a couple of those plays, I just got blatantly tackled. Like, no, we can't. And I had never been in those formations lined up in the way we did it. It just, we hadn't, that was the first time.
So now, were you practicing that in the walkthrough?
Our walkthrough, what we normally would do was go over the new things. The old stuff in our playbooks, we kind of had those down, but the new wrinkles, just to see them again, kind of to keep it fresh on everyone's minds. And you know, we had a tough time in the red zone, which we never really had a tough time in the red zone.
I'm here with Marshall Faulk here on the Rich Eisen Show, but it's the same thing that you hear from the Colts as well after the AFC Championship game as well. It's that you're sort of in a rock and a hard place in a way that you believe you've been cheated, but if you mention it, you feel like you're making an excuse. Is that a true assessment of what you're saying? Because many people might be hearing this, Marshall, and go, well, you know what? Then why don't you do A, B, and C instead of X, Y, and Z in a Super Bowl?
And just in the realm of calling games, play callers, it's hard to get off the script. But I just try to explain to people anytime with anything. Let's just say this never came out. I'm fine. I'm fine with the loss. But the minute that you hear that maybe it wasn't a plan, like if you just hear it, okay, you're running with it because that's just the mind of a professional athlete. The last thing you want to know, you can accept losing. The last thing you want to know is that you were cheated in some kind of way. It kind of boils under your skin in a sense. And I try to explain to people, if you and mainly Patriot fans, like if you lost a normal game, you'd be upset. If you lose a Super Bowl and you find out that the field may have not been level, just if you found out that there's a chance, I mean, yes, if you're a competitor, you're going to be upset. So you're going to be bitter.
Last question. Have you ever come across any of the players from the Patriots or coaching staff and brought this up to you? Like, or even Willie strolling around our office?
No, you know what's funny is Willie and I, we work together, and it's not something that we even talk about. It is what it is. I think that if there is something, the people whom know what it is, they're going to keep it to themselves. And that's just how it is.
Although
I mean,
March is sitting up there in his Idaho ranch, probably having the phone ring off the hook today because of what he said.
I'm sure he is. I'm sure he is. And I'm not gonna lie, Rich. I hate that we're here again. It is what it is. It's not like it's going to be vindicated. They're not going to vacate that Super Bowl or give it to us or give the one to the Panthers. It's just, I don't even know. Actually, when I was called about that article, I was like, what is this going to do? Like, what are you trying to prove? And it just, listen, if the commissioner can't prove it, if the league can't prove it, then it's just a moot point.
So they called you for the
Yes,
piece, and
yes.
and you declined.
There was just nothing. What is there to say, Rich? I mean, what's the gripe? It happened. We lost. What can be done about it? I mean, I think if there was transparency, those tapes that they talked about that nothing was on, usually you turn those over. Like we got to see Hillary Clinton's
her emails.
You turn those over just for people to see if is there smoke or not. But in this case, they were not turned over. I mean,
Are you saying
anything?
Bill Belichick had something to do with Hillary Clinton's email server, Marshall Faulk? Is that what you're alleging right here?
Man, that would be powerful.
I've got Marshall here. All right, let's talk here and now. Who's the best team in the league coming in 2015?
Listen, regardless of the changes, to be the best, you got to beat the champs, and I'm New England. And as long as
even minus Revis, minus Wilfork,
they still have number 12. I think that they got there without those guys. As they've been to Super Bowls without those guys. I still believe that when you have number 12, man, and what he is able to do, and think about last year's rocky start. I mean, it was like week 2 or 3. We were asking, was it for them to?
Yeah, after that Chiefs loss, they were 2-2, and they moved on to Cincinnati, and we were all wondering. Belichick was even asked in that press conference if he was assessing the quarterback position.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm gonna tell you, what I saw them do. Seattle is the best defense in our league. I mean, hands down. And New England moved the ball. I mean, they moved the football, and Tom threw it. And they challenged guys, and they went at guys. As long as they have number 12 back there, whatever that chip is, maybe that 6th-round chip is, it's still on his shoulders.
Oh, there's no doubt. It burns in there. And I've got Marshall Faulk here in studio. What is going on in the Seattle locker room, do you think? With people getting paid.
Oh, man.
Okay, Bobby Wagner gets paid, and Russell Wilson gets paid. Cam Chancellor, who is called the godfather of that locker room, is still holding out right now. And the Seahawks apparently are getting many teams knocking on their door saying, what do you want? Certainly the Giants, who are safety hungry. And they're just standing pat. What do you think is happening in that locker room on the eve of a season that comes off of a Super Bowl loss like that?
Rich, and I'm going to go back to this. This is the beauty of the Patriots and the dynasty that they built and what they were able to do. And guys like Vrabel and Brewski, they were able to just say, this is all we want to make, and we're fine. We're fine winning football games. When you look at Seattle, it's kind of what we ran into in St. Louis. We lost guys because of the chances to get a big payday. You go elsewhere, you leave, you find a new team because you can't pay everyone. And I think Seattle they've ran into that now. Their core group of guys, you can't take care of all of them. I mean, they have some special players. And when you say, okay, we're going to pay Earl Thomas, and we're going to pay Bobby Wagner, and,
Sherman.
We paid Richard Sherman. Cam, I don't know. I mean,
is this something that if the deodorant of winning is not there, that can fracture this team? Do you think this year?
I don't think so. I think regardless, even if they would have won, this would have still been an issue for them because what you're starting to see now with contracts is guys understand when they have leverage. If Cam waits until that contract is up, he's 2 years older, maybe 3 years older, and they're going to say you are too old. So right now, when you're at your best and the market has passed you over, you then ask for money because if you're not playing well, they're going to take money from you.
I'm here with Marshall Faulk. Let's take a break. We come back. I want to ask you who you think the best running back in the National Football League is. Don't answer, as you know, that's a tease.
I know. I got you.
You know the television business. I've got Marshall Faulk right here. He's rocking a San Diego State hat, and he is ready to roll, not only for one more segment here on the Rich Eisen Show, but tonight on NFL Network. I'm looking forward to that.
Oh, it's going to be
It's
fun.
like riding a bike. We just get right back on that bike.
It's going to be fun.
We're back here in a moment. Also, Chris Evans still to come. Jim Mora of UCLA, Eli Manning of the Giants, and Joey Bats, Jose Batista of the Blue Jays still to come on the program. The Ohio State University and all three of their quarterbacks played last night and put it on Virginia Tech for the, no question, unparalleled number one best team in college football, Ohio State, from last night. And that leads us to a numbers game brought to you by TrueCar. Go for it, Brockman.
1, 2, 3, hit me.
These guys, if they can pull in the numbers, they can do whatever they want to do.
This is the numbers game.
Pretty awesome performance last night from Ohio State. They scored 42 points, dominated the second half en route to the big road win at Virginia Tech. Fifth time in the last 6 games, they've scored exactly 42 points. Of course, they won all those games. They're back in action Saturday at home against Hawaii.
Oh, gosh. I think it might be a little bit more than 42.
Probably.
Save time and money by downloading TrueCar's mobile app. Configure the new car you want, then see what others paid for it and lock in guaranteed savings from TrueCar certified dealers in your area. Most users save over $3,000 less than MSRP. Save time, save money, and never overpay. Download the TrueCar app today. Marshall Faulk, what is your perspective on looking at what Ohio State did last night?
Impressive at the collection of athletes that they have on offense. Defensively, they may, they're working. No Bosa, so maybe
So
they
he'll
were
come
missing.
back.
Yeah, maybe they were missing a little bit of the pass rush, but it's amazing what Urban is able to do. The fact that he can continue to recruit kids and get kids to come play for him in college, yet, that never offensively they just don't move into the NFL and. It surprises me that that's the case.
You don't think these kids are going to be ready for their NFL careers one day for the audition?
I was actually upset at the use of Ezekiel Elliott last night. I just felt like they were too many trick plays, too much trickery, and I understand that the defense that they were up against. But you're Ohio State, line up, play a little smash mouth football. That always handle when a team comes up and play the bear defense. They're daring you to play tough football against them.
So are you saying that Urban's not getting Elliott ready for the next level?
No. I mean, not what I saw right there. I mean, they did more. Actually, it was almost as if he showcased it, Braxton Miller, and thank you, Braxton, for staying and moving to the H position because he could have went somewhere else and maybe been a quarterback, may not have made it to the next level, but convincing him to do what he did, I think that it only enhances Braxton's opportunity of playing in the NFL at the receiver position. Quite not sure how well, but here's the thing, Rich.
Yep.
From Utah to Florida, and now at Ohio State, offensively, I just try to look for the guys that played under Urban and their progression in the NFL. Like, is what they're teaching at Ohio State right now and what they taught at Florida and what they taught at Utah, how does it translate to the NFL? Does it get you NFL ready on the offensive side of the ball?
I've got 90 seconds left with you here. Who's the best running back in the NFL right now?
Adrian Peterson. Hands down. I mean, and there's some other guys out there that are special. Le'Veon Bell is special. I love Le'Veon.
I know you do.
But AP and what he's able to do, I can't wait to see him with the team that played last year. The Minnesota Vikings that competed last year, now you add Adrian Peterson to that team. I can't wait to watch them.
So could you say the Vikings are a surprise team potentially this year?
Surprise, yes. I mean, I think that they win the North with the
Really?
injuries in Green Bay. I mean, you lose Sue Ann Fairley in Detroit, and Chicago. We have no idea what's going on over there. I mean, think about it.
Right. Well, Marshall, thank you for coming on. Send you up the 405.
Anytime, man.
I will see you in a few hours. I'll see you in a few
pleasure.
hours. Marshall Faulk is here in studio here on the Rich Eisen Show. Thank you for coming on, sir.
The Rich Eisen Show, weekdays at noon Eastern. On Audience.